Honestly, church politics never really did it for me, but this series has been a wild ride. Can't wait to see what our hero gets up to next. Back at the Witches' Association camp in the mountains, the witches who stayed behind are mourning their fallen sisters who died because they did not make it through their maturity. One of them speaks up, worried about their next steps. They barely escaped death themselves, and now their sisters who went off to find the Holy Mountain haven't returned in 2 weeks. Their food is also running low, which is only adding to their anxiety. Suddenly, they hear footsteps approaching. It's Lady Leaf. She enters the tunnels and drops to her knees, completely exhausted, and her face eventually meets the floor. Rewinding a bit in time, we find Lady Leaf walking a desolate path, her face pale from the harsh weather and hunger gnawing at her belly. Suddenly, her maturity hits hard while on this desolate journey. Just as she's grappling with this personal battle, a monstrous figure appears right behind her. Startled, she turns and begs for help, only to snap awake abruptly from her nightmare. As she sits up, Hummingbird tells her she's been out cold for 2 whole days. The other witches gather around, looking worried. One of them apologizes for discussing serious stuff right after she's woken up, but the sister insists they've already hashed it out. If Kara doesn't come back, Leaf will have to step up as the teacher to keep the association from falling apart after the recent losses. Without a second thought, Lady Leaf decides she's going to find Nightingale. This bombshell leaves everyone stunned. They're hesitant to believe Nightingale's tale about Border Town, unsure if they can really trust her. Lady Leaf then reassures everyone that they can find a safe place to rest, while she assesses the situation first at the Border Town. She instructs the purple-haired witch to take the role of teacher if she doesn't return, citing her experience as a former member of association. She places her faith in their hands, emphasizing that if Nightingale's information is accurate, Border Town will become their new holy mountain, potentially ending the need for their current association. Meanwhile, back in town, our party confronts some monsters. When one of the creatures vaults over the wall, Vanner thrusts his spear into its belly. However, as he tries to lift the monster, the spear snaps in half, causing the creature to crash back to the ground. The vice captain quickly orders the muskets to be prepared, and they promptly follow his command, shooting down the monsters without delay. One of the soldiers offers a spear to the vice captain, who is surprised to see a young boy named Claw there. Claw explains that he goes wherever he's needed to help. As the monsters lie defeated on the ground, the captain acknowledges that while they don't pose a significant threat, they must remain vigilant. He expresses his thrill that ever since our hero took charge of Border Town, they've been able to repel these terrifying monsters. Previously, it was only possible with the help of Longsong Fortress, but now even the town's commoners can fight thanks to our hero's leadership. He notes our hero's consistent presence on the mountain during times of danger, standing alongside ordinary soldiers. Suddenly, a hybrid monster appears, and a soldier promptly reports it as a winged lion hybrid. Lightning eagerly steps up to take on the monster, but our hero advises him not to rush. They stick to the plan. Lightning will act as bait to draw the demon's attention while ensuring she stays at a certain height. The monster lands on the wall's surface, and Lightning, brimming with confidence, decides to go for it, assuring everyone he won't disappoint. The prince officially initiates the hunt, but Lightning's confidence is momentarily shaken when he remarks that our hero's determined roar sounded more like a whimpering dog. After blurting out this unexpected comment, Lightning vanishes, leaving our hero unsure how to respond. He even asks the other ladies if he sounded that weird, and they reluctantly agree. The prince tells the ladies to stick to the plan and stay safe, and they nod in agreement. With a smile, the prince looks up at the sky, pleased to see everything going according to plan. Meanwhile, the monster is getting increasingly annoyed as our mischievous tomboy keeps pelting it with pebbles. She eggs the monster on, and it roars back at her. She dashes around it, teasing and taunting like she's playing tag with a giant cat. The monster gets frustrated and smashes the ground with a mighty blow, but Lightning is still enjoying the game. As the monster continues to chase her, Nightingale rushes through her dimensional space, because Lighting has successfully lured the monster into the town square. She tells Anna that even in her hidden dimension, the monster can still sense them with its sharp senses. So she advises Anna to approach cautiously with her fire, which has a radius of 5 meters, emphasizing they only have one shot to take down the beast and they can't afford any slip-ups. Meanwhile, Lightning's still playing tag with the lion, making it increasingly ticked off with her relentless pursuit. When the ladies spot their chance, Anna gets down to business. Once the lion's in her sights, they pop back from that dimension. Anne immediately unleashes her green fiery powers, hitting the monster with screeching hot flames so intense that even Nightingale feels the heat from across the way. Lightning also boasts about her fire, which could even melt the steel, so roasting a monster alive is not a big deal for her. Once the monster is incinerated into ashes, the prince is kinda glad to see that Anna didn't even need help to defeat the monster. Suddenly, the other monsters start retreating, leaving everyone puzzled as to why they are withdrawing. Our hero catches sight of something unexpected and looks up with astonishment on his face. He sees the gloomy clouds clearing from the sky and sunshine forcefully making its way through it, indicating that the months of demons have ended. News quickly spreads that the months of demons have finally ended, and everyone basks in this moment of triumph. Our hero gathers everyone together, and as he starts his speech, the crowd of townsfolk and soldiers gets all hyped up, cheering about how nobody went hungry this winter under our prince's watch. The prince acknowledges that the months of demons are behind them now, and Bordertown has come out on top with few casualties, all thanks to the gutsy civilian army. He contrasts this with how Longsong Fortress used to threaten them with starvation and cold, but today's victory proves that Bordertown can stand tall on its own. The crowd goes wild again, thrilled that they don't need to depend on others anymore. With a grin, the king decides to throw a big bash to celebrate their hard-won success. He announces a victory parade, promising that everyone who joins the town square dance will get a tasty treat of honey-glazed beef. Once the parade time arrives, the chief knight escorts a big chunk of beef into the party, and Hunter Ironaxe takes charge of lighting up the fire grill. Soon, everyone starts their victory dance as flames crackle around the bonfire, filling the air with the sweet aroma of sizzling meat. Hunter Ironaxe announces that anyone who dances will get meat, and the longer they dance, the more they'll receive. People eagerly volunteer to dance, thinking it looks easy, and they persuade their friends to join in since no dancing means no meat. While everyone enjoys themselves, the chief raises concerns about distributing all the remaining stock of meat, fearing the prince might not have anything to eat until the next shipment arrives. The prince feels a bit disappointed, but reluctantly agrees to let the civilians enjoy themselves. So, their lively night continues with everyone dancing around the bonfire, singing, and having a great time. For the people of Bordertown, surviving the months of demons peacefully is an achievement worth celebrating, and festivities like this one will be remembered fondly for years to come. Meanwhile, our prince rushes back to the castle for his own private banquet, where all the witches are eagerly waiting. As soon as the prince arrives, Lightning decides to start the feast officially. Anna roasts sweet chickens with her fiery magic, cooking them to perfection and leaving Nana drooling over the delicious aroma. Nightingale shows off her skills by expertly slicing the meat into many pieces. Meanwhile, the tomboy and Nana are having the time of their lives, because having an outdoor barbecue party is the best thing they can wish for in their lives. Our hero is also having a great time, especially seeing everyone so happy. He believes they deserve this kind of luxurious treatment, thinking that people with such incredible abilities shouldn't be treated any less. Suddenly, the boy finds himself getting a sweet smooch from Lightning, right on his face. Nightingale and Anna are absolutely blown away by this unexpected move, and our hero's reaction is just as stunned. When the tomboy is asked about this abrupt kiss, she points out that women may kiss the territory ruler during celebrations, and it's a tradition. Meanwhile, Nightingale feels annoyed and a bit jealous, while Wendy clearly sees the tension. As the prince and Lightning go back and forth, we see Anna feeling a little down, probably because she wanted to kiss the prince too. Once midnight strikes, our hero feels dizzy from too much drinking. Suddenly, his dizzy mind perks up when he spots Anna in the distance. She gets really close, and our hero blushes. Right away, he starts explaining himself, saying the smooch with the tomboy was just an accident, to which Anna agrees. The prince further clarifies that Lightning is young, and he didn't look at her that way. Anna agrees once more. Anna then gathers her courage and admits she was waiting for them to be alone because she's not as bold as Lightning. As they get closer, just inches apart, Anna gives him a gentle kiss on the cheek.